In the previous video, we have said that the good starting point for learning a language would be to learn building blocks of that language. And for JavaScript, it would be values, expressions, and statements. So let's take a look at values first. There are primitive values and non-primitive values. There are 7 types of primitive values: undefined, null, boolean, number, string, symbol, and big int. Non-primitive values, there are just 2. Objects and function. Let's take a bit closer look. Let's see some examples. First primitive value type is undefined. Undefined has only single value undefined and used to indicate unintentionally missing value. Null, on the other hand, also has only single value null, but it is oftenly used to indicate an intentionally missing value. Also, it has a fun story about its type, but we'll talk about it later. Booleans. Boolean has 2 values: true or false. Numbers could be positive numbers, negative numbers, whole numbers, and decimal numbers. Strings are a set of characters wrapped with a quotation mark or with double quotation mark. Those characters could be letters, numbers, and even emojis. Big int is used to indicate very big numbers, and we're not gonna take a look at it anytime soon because its purpose is very specific and we rarely use such big numbers. Same goes for symbol. Symbol has a very specific purpose, but we need to learn a bit of JavaScript first in order to understand what it does and why it's useful. So now let's take a look at the examples of the non-primitive values, which are, we said, objects. Objects are composite types and they may look like this. We of course will go into more details later. Arrays are also just objects. They don't have their own special type, so they're just objects. Functions represent a block of code that can be reused, and we can give that block a name. So that was a super quick overview of all the values available to us in JavaScript to use, and that's a lot. And I know we run through them extremely quickly, but don't worry, we will return to them many more times in the future videos, because they are the building blocks we use all the time to write our programs. But for now, let's move on to the next building block, expressions.